Welcome to another Made Local North Dakota. This time I am on location downtown Bismarck, North Dakota at Gartner's Capital Shoe Hospital with the proprietor and owner, Mark Gartner. Thanks for having us.
You bet.
I'm really looking forward to this because I've learned a lot already about your business and I've been a customer for many, many years. I also know a lot of people who have worked at this business at one time or another during their youth. And then have gone on to different businesses. Tell me a little bit about Gartner's Shoe Hospital.
Well, you know, my grandfather started in 1922, and...
So this is the 100th year.
100th year. This is the 100th year in Bismarck. So Bismarck is 150 years old, and we're 100 of that.
That's
150
amazing.
Years old. Yeah, I thought that was neat, too. He actually passed away in 51. My father then took over and took it from that point until he was 88. He just
I
couldn't
remember
stop
him
coming
working here
Yeah.
and being available to help with the shoes. I remember that, and wow, that's amazing. Till he was 88.
Yep, till he was 88. Loved coming in. It was his life.
Fantastic.
And he passed that along to me too. I love doing what I do. Shoe repair, who'd have thought 100 years later we'd still be fixing shoes?
It is recession proof though. Think about it. You've got a business where either you need new shoes, so you've got those items, but then you also need to repair shoes when things are tougher. So it's perfect. It's the
Absolutely it is.
It really
And
is.
In fact, you can tell as the times are right now, things are getting a little more expensive. We're getting a lot more repair, a lot more. And that's really nice. I mean, it just reassesses the fact that we're still a viable business. And I love it. Bismarck's been good to us.
Well, you're the third generation, and you've already got the fourth generation.
Yep. My son has taken over last year as part owner, and he's doing a wonderful job.
So Jake is here. I've seen Jake a lot too, and this is a wonderful thing. It's not every family's ability to do that.
No one. In fact, I'm thinking I was probably 25 or 6 before I really realized I liked it. And I think I can say the same for Jake. You look at it and go, well, maybe. And then it's like, oh, God, I really like this. And all of a sudden, you're doing it.
Yep.
And so the years have gone by, and he's still hanging in there with it.
Well, let's talk about the business and some of the things that you do here, because you have a really unique niche.
Oh,
I think
very
niche.
unique, yes.
Yeah, I mean, it really is. I mean, there are things that only can be done here at this business in the whole area and good portion of the state.
Yes, there is. And when you get into some of those things, just shoe repair in general, there aren't many of us left. But for those that want to get something repaired, you've got just your basic work boot. The sole fell off.
Oh, wow.
So the guy's looking at it and going, well, do I throw those away or do I repair them? And so this is an easy fix. You can put it right back on,
Wow.
no time flat. He's got a few bucks in it and off working again. And you do some of the old school things too. So here's a riding boot.
Right.
And this one truly is. It's got a spur ridge around the back
Oh, wow.
and the heels. So we put on new soles
Nice.
and got that all taken care of. We'll finish the heels and then we'll finish them up and they'll look brand new.
I can't tell you how many pairs of high heels that I brought in here to have the tips put
I
back
think
on.
hundreds.
I've
hundreds.
destroyed a lot of shoes there, but it's terrific that you can. I mean, you have those shoes that you love. They fit perfectly, and you can just get them repaired so inexpensively and rapidly. It's a great thing.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that. It's been fun serving this community for as many years. I'll be here for 49 years in the business since I started, and I'm hoping my son will put those years in too.
Talk about some of the more unique things that you have had to repair, because I know that you do retail products, so you've got a lot of, this is the great thing about North Dakota. We are very work ethic. We're known for our work ethic, so people have to have specific kinds of weather shoes and footwear and boots and things like that, work boots. You have all of those things retail, and then you have shoe repair, and then you do various leather repair things too. Talk about some of the more unique things that you have done.
We have done from making a work belt for somebody that's in construction. They wanted a certain pouch here, a certain pocket here. We can do items like that. Some of the weird things, back in the day, they had the sumo wrestler costumes.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, they would do that, and then they also had the Velcro throwing costumes. So you'd jump off, onto.
Yeah, I remember
I
those.
remember fixing those weekly for these places. They would get ripped up and torn, and you would do items like that. We do so many other things. We can modify pouches and things for wheelchairs or for about anything. You know, we can make it work for you. We can customize.
That's amazing. I saw this silver box up there, and I'm thinking, that's really interesting. That doesn't have any leather in it that I see. I mean, on it anyway. Really interesting. Whatever you can conceive.
We'll try it.
Absolutely,
we will.
Or the other thing that's wonderful is that you will at least give the advice on yay or nay on it. Just a second ago, a customer wanted something done, and you're like, you're not going to be happy with that.
Yes, and I'd rather tell them up front than have them have some false ideas.
Right.
You can redo things. We also work on coloring the edges of a car seat because they wear out when you slide in and out, which we all know we shouldn't, but that does happen. And just unique things. Anything that's leather, we can pretty much take care of.
Well, I learned a lot by going to your website, which is gartnershoerepair.com, and that really gave me a really good view of all of the things that you can do. I mean, there's so many different repairs and types of shoes. I mean, there's you also have a pretty robust retail component too outside there.
Yeah, my son really enjoys doing that. So he brings on the work pants and the work shirts and the hoodies, and you know, he's done pretty well with that. You know, he's even talked this cheap guy into getting some good pants. Really.
It's worth it in the long run for the
is.
amount of times that you have to repair jeans ripped to shreds. So I'm just speaking from experience, married to somebody.
We also hem jeans too, if you ever needed that. I don't know if you would, but I have to hem my own.
You do?
Yeah, I do.
Well, walk us through in the last 2 minutes here. Walk us through what you do in process when you bring your shoes out the door.
Well, first you do have to assess. There are some shoes that really aren't worth fixing. We've got a real upcoming item with these young kids that want to bring back the old. They look at a shoe that's sitting at an arcade or somewhere and they go, oh, I got to have that. My dad had those. And the shoes are 40 years old. And then they want to wear them and they pretty much fall apart because everything is that old.
Right.
We do a lot of that, and there's a lot of them I've had to tell you just can't.
Right.
But you assess the problem out in front so we know what we can do, and I try to give that person that knowledge so they can understand, and then we'll bring it back, whether we have to do soles or heels. Whatever we do from there, we'll do our job the best we can. And they generally set a time, and then they come back and pick them up.
It's fantastic. I have had very good experiences, so I really appreciate all you do. 100 years, what a great celebration this year.
Thank you. 100 years. It's very nice to be there.
That's a big deal. So
yes.
I just appreciate your business because it helps the community in every possible way. Mark Gartner from Gartner Shoe Repair. Jake, also next generation here with Gartner Shoe Repair. Another made local, North Dakota. Learn more online at gartnershoerepair.com and find them at 302 East Thayer Avenue, Bismarck. Mark, thank you very much.
You bet.
All right, we'll see you next time.